Warning: Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Oh, family. I hope you remember who this guy is. But if you don't, no worries. I'll remind you. What it do, family and friends? Welcome back to the Church of Black Power. If you're not subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please click the link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. And with that being said, family, I came across a couple of videos that I really want to bring to your attention because it reminded me of this situation here with this guy in this video where he was going around talking about, and this is right when all of the deportations started and everybody was asking, where are the Black Americans? Where is FBA? And, you know, this guy came out and he made a video once we said, it's not our problem. It's not our business. We're staying out of it. He made a video talking about how, you know, he don't have to worry. They don't have to worry because Mexicans are not alone. And he starts to name off all these different countries and all this nonsense. But instead of, you know, rambling on, I'm going to go ahead and play this clip here that I responded to. So this is the response to the video that he originally made. And then we're going to get into the videos that prove my point. Let's go.
Mexicans are not alone. They have Honduran people, they have Salvadorian people, they have Guatemalan people, they have Nicaraguan people, and a whole bunch of other countries that are willing to join forces with the Mexican people.
Shut your lying ass up. First off, with all the countries that you just named talking about they're united with you, why didn't Mexico give any of these people sanctuary or refugee status in Mexico? Why is it that you guys come to America, all of you, if you're so united? Why, when the Mexican president told the Mexican citizens that y'all was going to be housing, clothing, and feeding the same people that get deported, the Mexican citizen says, we don't want none of that. These are the murderers. These are the criminals. They're going to bring the crime back here. We don't want to pay for that with our tax dollars. The Nicaraguan president didn't want to take the citizens back. Then Trump threatened tariffs, and that person backtracked really quick, didn't? But you guys are united. Well, I'm glad you guys are so united. When Tom Homan come knocking on that door and get y'all up out of here, at least you won't be alone. You'll be united.
Mexicans are not alone. They have.
All right, family. So that's the clip there. And, you know, it's real funny that this dude was talking about how united they are and how, you know, they don't have to worry because they're willing to unite with each other and all this yada, yada, blase, blase. But when it comes down to the actual situation in practice, it's just like the scam Africanism and the scam Africans trying to push scam Africanism onto us. It's not really being done in practice, nor is it practical in practice. So I want to go to this clip that I saw here, which shows how united they are not. Let's go here, family.
Hundreds of Mexicans took to the streets because they're fed up with the thousands of migrants that gathered in their city in the last few days. More than 300 Tijuana residents protested against the migrant caravan from Honduras. They say the caravan is demanding resources and even complaining about the food after it broke through their borders.
So you see, family, they're over there fighting against the caravan from Honduras. But I thought you guys had Hondurians, Nicaraguans, and Guatemalans, and all this other stuff that's willing to unite with you. But when you look at the practice of that in your homeland of Mexico, yeah, not so much. And this is the hypocrisy in which we're speaking of here. This is that manufactured outrage that you're seeing in these streets here. You don't see any of the people here who's calling Donald Trump a fascist and all this other stuff over these ICE raids. You don't see any of them speaking about the fact that the Mexicans in Mexico are pushing out the Hondurans. They're literally protesting against bringing these people into their country. Why? Because the Hondurans are doing the same thing that these Mexicans, Hondurans, and all these other illegals were doing here, complaining about the food. I'm pretty sure they're pulling from their resources. And like I said once before, they were housing, clothing, and feeding these people. So when it comes down to the actual brass task of the situation, these folks don't want these other migrants in their country no more than we want these illegals in ours. But, you know, they're so upset about what's going on here, they refuse to say anything about what's going on there. Let's go over here to this brother. Shout out to Donnie on timeout. Let's go here.
Mexico's not too happy about these immigrants coming into their country and taking their resources. They're even removing people that have been in communities for decades plus, the whole family. Look at this guy. What did the stroller do to you? Why you're doing this so aggressively? And you don't see any protests. You don't see any leaders speaking out against this, because they're all in agreement of removing Guatemalans, Hondurans, Venezuelans. The list goes on. Oh, I lied about the protests. You actually do have people protesting, but they're protesting for them to leave. Like, go back to your countries. And these are Latino and Hispanic countries, and you don't see nobody calling these leaders that word. You don't see them saying, "Oh my God, this is the short mustache. This is that regime." No one's calling Claudia that, right? People are in agreement with her because nobody's speaking out against her. But yeah, salute to all those immigrants that's being removed from Mexico.
All right, family, and that's that. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. If nobody got nothing to say to us, don't bring that to us. Take that over there to Mexico. Okay? You want to talk about fascism? Go talk about it in your home damn land. What's good for the gander is good for the geese. Or excuse me, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Or what's good for the geese is good for the gander. Either way, y'all know what I'm trying to say, family. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. I love to hear your opinions on things like this. And let me know, should we be practicing something that they're not even practicing in their own homelands? I look forward to hearing what you guys think. But with that being said, family, the doors of the church are now closed. Peace.
My grandfather built this country, man. He fought wars for it. And most places he went wouldn't let him sit down and get a cup of coffee. I can't even catch a cab in New York. You know, it doesn't matter how many degrees I get. All you people see is color. Your grandfather was an immigrant. You're American. My grandfather was born here, Duke. And you people still look at me as just another nigga.
I know that the government, whatever, can't stand us black people. He's doing everything in the world to make black man be extinct. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Us black people going to survive. So fuck everybody. I'm off.